Happy Wednesday, Block 1. Today we're going to be going through Lesson 6.2. Our learning target is that we're going to be able to write decimals and fractions as percentages today. I do have a little note right here. You will need a calculator today, so if you do not have one with you, please pause the video and get one for you to use today. Our assignment today is going to be a worksheet. There's a riddle on one side that you will not be able to do until you are all the way done with the problems. I did add a new topic now. It's called Private Message Mrs. Morreim on Google Classrooms, so I'm hoping that will work. I think there is also an option to screenshot something on your Chromebook and send it to me through the private message also. I will look into that later, but my hope is that you'll be able to do that. Thank you to all of you that have been sending me your assignments, pictures of those. A few of you have not been sending those, and if I do not get your assignment today, I'm going to be contacting some more parents. I just want to make sure that we are staying on top of things. So every day you will have a Google form, and then you will also have some kind of assessment, whether it is iExcel or some kind of practice iExcel worksheet, work out of the book, whatever the case is going to be. All right, enough of my lecture. Today we're going to be talking about working with fractions, decimals, and percentages. These are some of them that we should have hopefully already memorized already. When we're thinking of halves, thinking of money, as a decimal would be 50 cents or 50 hundredths. Once again, from yesterday, percent means out of 100, so 50 hundredths is the same as 50%. Thirds are ones you're going to memorize. Remember, 1/3 is the same as 0.33333. We're going to use that Repetin bar, and as a percent would be 33.3 with Repetin percent. That is the same as 33 1/3%. Keep in mind then, if we're going to double 1/3 to make it become 2/3, 2/3 as a decimal. If 1/3 is 0.3 repeating, 2/3 repeating would be 0.6 repeating, on and on and on. And as a percent would be 66 2/3%, or 66.6 with a Repetin percent. With our quarters, we're going to think of money also. 1/4 is the same as 25 cents or 25%. With 1/5, if we think 1/5 of a dollar is 20 cents or 2/10 of a dollar or 20%. Our tenths, we're just going to write them as they sound. So 1/10 would be 0.1 or 10%. Remember, 0.1, there's an invisible zero after it, and percentages are measured in hundredths. So with our tenths, 4/10 would be 0.4 or 40%. 7/10, 0.7, 70%, and so forth as we go. Now today we're going to run into some that we're not going to know mentally, so that's why we're going to want to be using our calculator. So it says here, the students at Westview Middle School are collecting cans of food for the local food bank. Their goal is to collect 2,000 cans in 1 month, and after 10 days they have collected 80 of those cans. 80 out of 2,000. What percent have they reached so far? So if we were to make a number line right here, and we went from 0 to 2,000, and we broke it up and we went by 200, so 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800. If we looked at 800 right here, and we could break that in the line down beneath, they broke that up into fifths. So this would be 1/5 of the amount, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. We can see right here 800 is the same as 2/5. If we change those fractions to decimals, 0 would stay as 0. 1/5 would be the same as 2/10. 2/5 is the same as 4/10. So 800 out of 2,000, is the same as 4/10 of the amount. And yesterday we talked about percentages, and we said percentages means out of 100. So 4/10 is the same as 41/100. So that would be, whoops, I thought I had my highlighter there. That would be the same as 40%. All right, so if we're going to be changing decimals to percentages, basically we want to think that percent means out of 100. So we know how many hundredths that is going to be. So if I thought of this first one, if I have 7/10, even though there is nothing right here, I know that there is really an invisible 0 right there. Okay, so 7/10 is the same as 70 hundredths or 70%. Another trick you can do, if we look over here, right here, they say you can move your decimal point 2 places to the right. So if I have 7/10, if I move my decimal point 2 places to the right, that would give me 70%. So you may want to write in your notebook, changing up a decimal to a percent, you're going to move your decimal point 2 places to the right. So if I looked at this first one right here, writing 0.3%, one way I could do it is I could put that invisible 0 after it and say, oh, I've got 30 hundredths. That would give me 30%. Or I can move my decimal point 2 places to the right. My new decimal goes here. I put a 0 as a placeholder. That would give me 30%. The second one, writing 2 and 55 hundredths as a percent. Once again, 2 and 55 hundredths. I'm going to move it 2 places to the right. So that would be 255%. If we thought of yesterday with our drawing, those two holes would each have 100 tenths in them. So that would be those two holes. That 55% may look like that right there. So 2 and 55 hundredths is the same as 255%. And the next one, writing 55 thousandths as a percent. Once again, if I looked, percent means hundredths. I know I have 5 hundredths. If I looked right here, I've got 5 in the hundredths, but I've got a little more than 5 hundredths. So once again, if I move my, whoops, I wrote that down wrong. Sorry about the mistake on the warm-up yesterday too. Sometimes when I'm doing these, I can't stop and rewind, so I need to just kind of keep plugging through. So good job, those of you that caught that yesterday. So if I have 55 thousandths, I'm going to move my decimal point 2 places to the right, and this would be the same as 5.5%. Okay, now changing a fraction to a percent, we're going to first of all, this is where you want to get that calculator out. So make sure you have got your calculator with you for today. We're going to change 5/8 to a percent. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change that fraction to a decimal. And we've talked about this earlier in the year. 5/8 means that we're going to take 5 divided by 8. When we do that, we get this for our answer. And then using our rule, we'll move our decimal point 2 places to the right, and that would give us 62.5%. Once again, too, if we have this for our decimal right here, it's 0.625. Percent means hundredths. So if I look at my hundredths, I have 62%, and then I have that 5 after it. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to set up as a proportion. When we did proportions earlier, we know that percent means out of 100. So we could say 5 is to 8 as x is to 100. And we can do, remember when we did our cross products earlier this year? We could do our cross products. We could multiply this way, and we know this product is 500. We know that this product has to also be the same as 500. So in order to do that, we could do 500 divided by 8, and that will give us our answer right away. Now, the first step, the first way is a little shorter, but you have to, if you notice right here, you have to move your decimal point. If you set up as a proportion like this right away, your answer will be given to you already as the actual amount, so you will not need to write it as you won't have to move the decimal point at all. Okay, so if I looked at the first one here, I have 3/5. I'm going to write that as a percent. So what I could do is I could do 3 divided by 5 if I wanted to. And when I do 3 divided by 5, and hopefully that's one we have already memorized, it's the same as 6/10. And then in my head, I'm going to think, well, I know there's a 0 right there. My answer is measured in hundredths, so it would be 60%. I could also move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and that's going to give me my 60%. Now, if you're one that likes to do the proportion way, you could also do 3 is to 5 as x is to 100. You could do your cross products and get 300 here, and then you would divide 300 by 5, and that would give you 60 as your answer. Now the next one, 38/45, yuck, as a percent. Let me get my calculator now. If I divided 38 by 45, 38 divided by 45, I get this for my answer, 0.844444, and I'm going to assume that keeps going on and on and on forever. Okay, so now I need to write this as a percent. Percent means hundredths, so I know I have 84 hundredths. I'm going to move my decimal point 2 places to the right, so my answer would be 84. Then I'm going to put 0.4 with that rep of 10 for my percent. Now, today what we're going to be doing is ordering them all in order. If I notice right here, it is, sorry, my cord can't quite reach all the way over here. We're going from least to greatest. Now, easiest thing is to change everything to percentages. Right now, we've got percentages. We've got percentages, we've got decimals, we've got fractions. We want them all to be exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them all to percentages. I know I already have 17% as a percent. I'm going to look at this second one right here, and 25 hundredths. I'll move my decimal point 2 places to the right, and I know that is the same as 25%. Hopefully, 3/4 is one we have memorized also. If I think 3 out of 4 quarters is 75 cents, that would be 75%. 1/10, if I move the decimal point 2 places to the right, is 10%. 4/5 is the same as 8/10 or 80%. And then I've got 20% right here. So my smallest amount, if I'm looking right here, my smallest amount is 17%. So I'm going to cross that one off first. My next one, oops, sorry, I made a mistake again. I've got 10% right here, which is 1/10. So 1/10 should go first. Then 17%. Then I'm looking, I've got 20% right here. So I'm going to write it exactly as it first was written. I've now got 25%, which was written as a decimal, 0.25. And then I've got 75%, which is 3/4. And then I have 80% or 4/5 is my biggest one. Okay, looking at my next one right here, ordering 12%. I'm going to look at this second one, moving that to a decimal. I know that is 20%, so I've got 12%. I've got 20%. If I think of money, 1/2 of a dollar is the same as 50% of a dollar. I've got 8/10. If I move my decimal point 2 places to the right, that gives me 80%. I've got 3/4, that's the one I want to have memorized in my head, that is 75%. And then I've got 40%. So I circled, and I'll just highlight them right here. I changed them all to percentages. I have that original 12%. Okay, and I'm going to write them in order from least to greatest in the same manner they are written to begin with. So 12% is the smallest. It's already written as a percent. So I'm going to put 12% first. Next, I'm noticing I've got 20%. So I'm going to write it in its original amount. So I'm going to put down 0 and 2/10. Now I'm looking, I notice 40%. 40% was written as 40%. So I'm going to leave it. My next one would be 50%, but they wrote that as 1/2, so I'm going to write that as 1/2. Then I have 75%, which was written as 3/4. And then my biggest one is 80% or 0.8. Okay, so today we're going to be doing is we're going to be kind of mixing them all together a little bit. 65% as a percent, move it 2 places to the right, would give me 65%. 6/10, if I write that as a decimal, it looks like this. Moving my decimal point 2 places to the right is going to give me 60%. If I had 36 out of 80, I'm going to divide 36 by 80. And when I do that, 36 divided by 80, I get 0 and 45 hundredths. Moving my decimal point 2 places to the right is going to give me 45%. And in the last one, I'm going to change them all to percentages also. So today we're going to be doing a puzzle that looks like this. You can disregard this part right here. I'll have the answers on the answer key. Second side is going